Welcome to this week's video. I want to say if you guys want to support the channel, there's a link in the description box below. I'd appreciate it if you guys clicked on it. If you can't, I fully understand. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be mini trucking. It's all right. Let's go to Joplin. Let's go hang out with some mini trucks. Let's start a midweek video out right here. We are going to talk about what I got to do next. We are going to talk about things I need to think about, what I'm going to be thinking about. But right now, there's a few guys on their way. I'm at the Petro in Joplin, Missouri. Jacob Stewart, and he said a couple other guys are coming out to hang out with me for a little bit. We'll take a look at their trucks, take a look at them, and then we'll see what we're going to do after that. Stay tuned, everybody. Is it just me, or when you're sitting waiting on somebody to show up and you're excited because they might be bringing mini trucks, you're sitting there looking left, you're looking right, you're waiting for somebody to freaking show up, and you're like, ooh, is that them? Ooh, is that them? This came in the parking lot, had blue lights. I was like, oh, is that them? No. Uh-oh. I see something coming in. Look at there. Fucking mini trucks. Fucking love it. Ah, to 'em. To 'em. Oh, come on, no. Psst, psst.
No. No, it's not done yet.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Nice to meet you, Jacob.
Oh, look. Another one coming in. Where's all the psst, psst at?
No one got no.
Every now and again you get a
That's what I got over there.
Oh, shit.
The ground's low enough. Yeah.
What's up, man?
Caleb.
Caleb, I've seen your face before.
Yeah?
I think so, somewhere. Maybe online.
Probably. What's up?
What's going on?
Nice.
Brought out all the hard bodies. I'm Lawrence.
Nice to meet you.
All excited and shit. Hi, you're gonna be in a video too now.
We had a Honda Accord, but I don't know where he went.
Oh no, that thing rolled in. I was like, oh, that's them. No, no, it wasn't.
It said fake taxi camera car. Yeah, it was all. I mean, it looked like it was. Oh yeah, that's what it says. Like it was a mobile.
It says fake taxi casting pro.
Yeah. I wanted to get a fake taxi sticker for the van.
This is a still legit hangout. We got one hood still open.
Yeah.
You gotta have a hood open and then stand in front of it, freezing your balls off for like hours on end.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're not really hanging out.
That's the only way you're having fun.
Yeah.
If you want to get warm, go into Taco Bell. I walked in there and I'm like, why didn't everyone just come in here? We can just walk around and look at all the stuff.
We could have went in there and sat down. It would have been a whole lot warmer.
I want to get one of those purple squishy things. What are you talking?
Purple switchy thing.
No, it's that lazy boy. No, it's freaking.
Wait a minute, what are you pointing at? That's your what? Is it a handle thing?
No, what?
No. Air ride seats to go up there.
Now I know why you want to get more low.
More skipper ride.
Air ride dildo in your seat or something?
Yeah, no.
Keep losing air from somewhere.
Keep getting lower.
The vibrator in my Harley seat in the passenger seat. To get the window down.
Right? He pulls in, I'm like, where in the fuck is the driver? And his seat was completely lost there. He's like, ooh.
It's like your damn seats in my truck. I have to have a damn push seat.
Oh, shit.
If I sit in it, I can't see over the steering wheel.
You need a donut, otherwise your hemorrhoids get bad.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I got the big one too. Things be killing you sometimes.
Yeah, the road's smooth and I let the air out of my donuts.
Time to get loose.
They rode really good in a body drop truck.
Yeah, I know. What, 3 inches?
Yeah.
After 10 years of building it? What?
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna be.
Hey, it's gonna be done for Sparks this year. It'll be done.
Well, you had it there last year.
I had it there before, and then I couldn't make this.
Oh, it was the year before. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember you bringing it out on the trailer.
I skipped 1 year
Okay. Yeah, that was last
because
year.
it was in Jake's house.
That's right. Because I remember you coming up to me like, come here, look at my truck. I brought it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
You gotta check it out. Whip out the camera. Whip out the camera.
Finish your ass, man.
I know. But
You made a pretty good amount of progress on it last year.
Yeah, and now the bad thing is crunch time is like a week before Sparks for me.
Oh, God.
That's
Yeah,
how
he
it is
was
for me.
not covering the mic.
wheel wells and
Like that's
measuring everything. It's like a week before Sparks.
like, oh yeah, I'll make it.
I asked Jake, I'm like, you gonna have him done? He's like, I'll have it on the trailer.
It's like kids popping. That's like people popping out kids a week before. I'm still going to make it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Got a stroller. we got the wheel with the carry-on pack.
Bring in the barbecue. We can keep the kid warm.
Someone brought that bag caravan last year.
Yeah.
Oh, baby haulers on that.
Baby.
Dude, Sparks this year had so many
What are you
kids.
doing, man?
Just chilling. That's funny.
As I'm going to conclude this here, and we'll talk more about what I got to do this weekend a little bit. Yeah! All right. Made it from Joplin all the way down into the Little Rock area and all the way back out to where I am now, Knoxville, Tennessee. Sitting out here and my day is done. I'm waiting for tomorrow so I can head home. I'm going to get Friday and Saturday to be able to work on the truck. So I'm really excited about that. The link tabs are already in. I'm telling you, Rhodes Fabrication, you guys got it on point. I'm always talking about Thor Bros. He's got it on point. Everybody's got it on point with these two companies that I am now dealing with. So Rhodes Fabrication, thank you so much. I ordered them on Friday. I got an email saying they were packaged on Saturday. And then they went out in the mail, I'm thinking Monday. And I mean, that's what, 2,000 miles? Or over 2,000 miles from Washington to the house, and they were there in 3 days. So thank you so much. So that means that this weekend, what I need to look at is I need to take those tab mounts. And I'm going to take the tab mounts, and I'm going to look at them, and I'm going to start trying to figure out where on the axle I want to put them, where in the back I'm going to put them, how they're going to have to be cut. So the way we do this is we're going to take pieces of cardboard, and we're going to trace the tab mounts onto cardboard, make a hole and everything. That way we can mount them to the link bars, and we can put them up kind of where they're supposed to go. And then we can trim them down and cut them, and if we screw one up, we can make another one. You don't want to use the actual metal and cut them and just eyeball it, because you're going to end up messing it up. So we're going to use cardboard. We're going to figure it out, and then that way I can move forward from there. If I have enough time in 2 days to be able to get the tab mounts tacked on or welded on, then that's what's going to happen. I'm really hoping. I want to get the bag mounts, the upper bag mounts, in place. I don't want to have to wait another week. I want to put those in place where I think I'm going to need them. I can make a few measurements and measure where the axle is all the way up, and then from the bottom of where the axle would be, measure down for where the link bar is going to go, And once we figure out where the link bar is going to go underneath there, we can pretty much figure out where the bag mount's going to mount, how high or low we're going to need it, because we want that bag to pancake out when it's all the way laid out. The reason we want the pancake all the way out, because then you get the most lift out of it. But we also want it to be able to lift off the ground just far enough to where we're going to have good amount of low pressure in your bags. The lower the pressure in the bags, the softer the bag is going to be, the better the ride is going to be going down the road. You don't want it aired all the way up 100 or 200 psi unless you're in a full-size truck. A full-size truck is also going to take a bigger bag, but it's also going to require a little bit more pressure to pick up a full-size truck. So your mini trucks, or the rear end setup, the Toyota that I had before, the blue and yellow one, it was set up to where the back would pick up at about 10 to 15 psi. The front, I had 6-inch bags. This truck, I have 5-inch bags. But a 6-inch bag in the front, you can pick it up with like 50 psi. 50 to 60 psi if it's placed out as far as it can. The rear, again, if you went with a 5-inch bag on the rear, you're probably going to have to up that 10 to 15 to probably 25, 30 psi is all you're going to need to pick up the rear end. Also, depending on how your suspension is set up. If your suspension is set up where the pivot point where the bag is all the way into this pocket here, and it's trying to push it up like that, it's going to take more pressure to push this than it would be for the bag to be over here and push up. Okay, so that means where your pivot point is. Right now on the reverse 4-link, the very rear is where the mounts are going to be. If I had the bags all the way back there too, it would take so much pressure to pick it up. All the weight would literally be on the bushings that are at the rear. And you don't want to do that. You got to think of a teeter-totter and the way a teeter-totter works, and it's also how a cantilever works. Where you place the pivot point is how much pressure is going to need for it to move. So if you put it at center or all the way out, say this is the back of the truck, and over here is the axle. Okay, your link bar goes from here to here. From here to here, center point is about where you want to start putting your bags. Some guys will put them further so they can get more lift. The problem with more lift is more pressure. The higher your tanks have to sit with air in them, the higher your lines have to sit with air in them, the higher your compressors have to push air into the tank. All of that is wear and tear on your equipment. A big truck, what I'm in right now, it runs at no more than about 130 psi. The entire system runs at about 125 to 130 psi, and that's all you're getting in it. Literally, a shop compressor can pick these up. You're looking at the rear end because you've got such big bags. Such big bags, the rear end is lifting at, I want to say the whole rear end is lifting at about 100 psi. I think is when it starts to actually lift off the ground. I mean, there's literally almost no pressure in it for how big it is. So that's the same thing on a mini truck. So you have your bag at the center. From center forward is your lowest amount of pressure that you're going to need to be able to pick it up. That's why a lot of guys go with bag over axle. Bag over axle, same thing. You're using a low amount of pressure. It's only going to lift so far so you can get off the ground. You're building a mini truck. Why do you need to have it lifted all the way to the freaking sky? That's never made any sense to me. If you want a lifted truck, buy a 4x4. Go get a 4x4 and lift that summits to the sky and pull your mini truck behind it. Have the best of both worlds. There's nothing wrong with that. Hell, put you a donk with a tow hitch on the back of it and pull your mini truck with that. I mean, it's whatever you really want in life. But anyway, mini trucks, to me, were meant to be on the ground when you're building it as a mini truck. So the most I ever really want to be off the ground is about 3 inches, unless I'm going over railroad tracks, I'm going through a driveway, over a speed bump. These are times where I'm going to lift it up a little higher. And speed bumps, who doesn't like dragging a speed bump? I mean, come on. You air it up just enough, that way it goes all the way across it, and everybody's looking at you like, God damn, something's wrong with his truck. And you're like, they're looking at me. So anyway, this is what we're doing this weekend, is we're looking at how to put the link bars on. We're not necessarily going to talk geometry. I don't talk geometry anyway. You want to talk geometry, you need to look up a channel that Max Fish made, and it talks all about the geometry, the way everything moves. I'm not a big math whiz. I'm not. I have not read Max Fish's book. He has a book that you guys can get, and it explains all of this stuff. Look him up on Facebook. There you go, Max. I got you a plug in my video. So, moving on, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to try to figure out which way we're going to put the link bars on there, where they're going to go, and try to start getting the link tabs cut and placed pretty much where we're going to want them, and then maybe go ahead and start tacking stuff in. That way we can check to see what the movement is on the truck or on the rear suspension. So there's a guy coming around me right now, and he's going to end up hitting everything because he don't know how to drive his truck. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for following this journey on bagging this mini truck in a massive crunch to make it to Mini Truck Nationals with a cruising truck that can go wherever the hell we want it to go. Well, not everywhere. We'll save that for the Jeep guys. They can go everywhere. So anyway, now I got some guy pulling up next to me. I have a neighbor. Freaks, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. All you other people, you no regrets, you severed ties, you, I can't remember. Acrophobia. All you guys. I love everybody. If you see me at a show, please come and say hi to me. I will stand there and I will talk to you, and I'll have to tell you that I'm going to walk away because I suck at stopping to talk. I mean, I just don't stop talking is what I'm saying. Well, I got a cough. So anyway, see you guys on the next video this weekend. Like I said, Friday, Saturday. It'll either be late Saturday night, or if I have time Sunday morning, I'll be working on it then, and it'll be up Sunday afternoon. But until then, mini truck on, ride low, ride slow, and keep them panties dropping.